Hello, Rob Cantley here at Borneo Exotics. Thank you for joining us for another Spotlight video. If you're enjoying these videos, do please click on the link below to subscribe. And we do videos on other things too. This absolutely beautiful plant here is Nepenthes spectabilis cross lowii. It's available under BE-4524 from any of our distributors. It's a real cracker, this one. It's got fantastic coloration and the pictures are big. Look at that. The female parent, the Nepenthes spectabilis, is the Gunung Perkinson giant form of the species, which in itself gets really big. And boy, it produces some lovely crosses. So here's a reasonably recently opened picture on this guy. It's starting to darken now. It was quite a bit lighter when it first opened. There we are. And around the side here on the same plant, is it? Yes, it is. There's another picture. I'm looking on the underside of the lid. I don't think we can see any bristles from the lowii on the underside of the lid on this particular picture. But I'm sure they are. Here we go. On the first picture we looked at, let me see if we can actually get those onto the shot. Quite difficult to see, but there are bristles, tough little bristles here, which are from Nepenthes lowii, and that will, of course, produce nectar. Great. And there's another picture, look, hanging up there. This one's actually moving a little bit more towards the upper. In fact, they both are really. That's got a semi-twirl in the tendril, so it's not far off being an upper, as does the first picture we looked at. So in fact, there are no lower pictures on the plant at the moment that I can show you. So you can see from the tendril, if you know Nepenthes, it's actually technically an upper picture anyway. This has got a full twirl on the tendril, no wings on the front of the peristome. So on the plant itself, the dark coloration is very typical of Nepenthes lowii, especially on the lower pictures. And you can see the flare as well, which I think gives it a really super shape. Another thing is it's tough. I'm not sure if you can hear this. Don't want to damage it. It's a tough picture. The Nepenthes lowii itself is as tough as wood. I recall as a teenager, attempted to press some in a plant press to send off to herbariums. And that's a very difficult task. It's like crushing a piece of hard plastic or wood. So Nepenthes lowii probably has the toughest pictures. The upper picture of lowii is probably the toughest, woodiest pictures of any Nepenthes I can think of. And it does come across in the hybrids, which gives long-lasting pictures. Really very, very hard. There's another one hanging down here. It grows easily. We're growing this in coconut fiber and chips. Let's go for the pot this plant is actually in. If I dig out some of the potting media, you can see that's coconut fiber and chips with root fibers going right through it. So it's got no problem with the media. And we use a moss topping for cosmetic reasons. So there we are. That's our very first spotlight on this great cross, Nepenthes spectabilis lowii, available under BE-4524 from any of our distributors. If you wish to actually find our distributors, there's QR codes popping up here. One of them takes you to a web page on our website with a list of distributors in various countries around the world, so you can get in touch with them. And the other one takes you to the wholesale shop. The wholesale shop, being wholesale, as the name implies, you can't buy directly from it. Prices are not on the shop. But it's got a list of and details and photographs of all the Nepenthes we offer. So if you see something on the wholesale shop you'd like for your collection, you just need to get in touch with your local distributor. And once again, QR code appearing here, or you can follow the links below to get to them if you're viewing this on a mobile phone. Thank you. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, please do subscribe. And we will be doing videos on a lot of things in the next few months, not just spotlights like this one. And hope that we can really keep the variation going.